Hi guys, welcome back to our channel.
I am Tarnisha.
And I'm Dominique, and we are the Chosen Sisters. Welcome back to another episode of Keeping It Real with T and D.
Yes.
Yes, and today's topic, we're going to be discussing giving your friends grace.
Yes. Before we do anything, make sure you pause the video right now. Don't go nowhere. Go ahead and subscribe for us. Hit that like button.
Yes.
Make sure you click the bell notification so every time we post a video, you can be notified. So without further ado, let's get right into the video.
Yeah, let's get right into it. So I'm very excited to talk about this topic. Me and my sister have discussed this off camera, numerous of times, and we just talk about giving friends grace.
Yes.
And it's just all about, I feel like in the black community, especially as black women, a lot of the sisterhood has been lost. Like there's no code amongst women anymore. There's no, there's no sisterhood. That's basically all I can say. It's no sisterhood without you even being siblings. And it's just like with friends, you can be in a relationship or something like that, and a guy do you wrong or something, y'all get into it, and it's like, oh, you can forgive that guy,
right?
And then when it comes to your friend, it's just like, oh, I ain't messing with her no more, I ain't fooling with her, right? And it's like, why can't we give our friends, the same grace that we give these men, the same grace that we give these managers on these jobs, the same grace that we give people that disrespect us constantly? But when it comes to our sister, it's just like, it's an automatic write-off. Like, I'm not fooling with her, I'm not talking to her, whatever. Instead of coming together as grown women and laying it out on the table and say, hey, what you did to me, it hurt my feelings. You know what I'm saying? Just being open and honest about our feelings and just having an open dialogue so that we can talk to each other and resolve. Because most of the times it's petty issues.
Yeah.
Most of the time it's something so little that it can be resolved, but people pride and our egos get in the way. And we just like, I'm not about to apologize, or I'm not about to sit down with her like, she know what she did. And sometimes people don't know what they did.
Right.
And they don't know what happened,
Right.
So I think it's just very imperative that we start just having this open dialogue and being able to talk to our friends. Like if that's your friend, that's your homegirl, that's your sister, you should be able to have a conversation without, just writing them off for good.
I totally agree. But I feel like, do you feel like that? I feel like sometimes people have a hard time of communicating.
Yeah,
because
of course,
I would say, I know my friend doesn't mind me talking about it. She's not my friend no more. She's my sister because she's been around for so long. But shout out to Quee, if you're watching this. I feel like early on in our relationship, because a friendship can be like a relationship.
Yeah, it is a relationship. It's
yes.
just a different type of relationship.
Early on in our friendship, like we would not talk for different, it would be something so stupid. It's communication. Me, I had a very, very hard time communicating because just growing up, not having my dad there, and he will say he gonna come pick me up, don't pick me up. So this is my first idea of a person lying to me. So it closed me out to where I didn't like confrontation with people. Like I feel like everything was a confrontation.
Right.
It didn't matter if it didn't matter if you didn't pick up the phone. Like I just avoided confrontation all around the board just because of trauma.
Right.
And I would it would be something that she probably did, something as simple as like, you know what I'm saying, you maybe shouldn't have said that, or that hurt my feelings, but I would never tell her. And she really made me pull it out. Like, I can't help you. I don't know what you're talking about if you don't let me know what's going on. So, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes that's the problem. Like, I know with me, like at first, like growing, I'm 30 now and I can communicate better, but I had trauma that didn't know I had trauma about and was getting through life, and my friend literally helped me through it. She probably don't even know this, like, but there's certain stuff that I did, and she was like, that's childish talk. What's wrong with you? Why you can't tell me what's wrong with you? Like, why do you gotta text it? Why you can't tell me to my face? You know what I'm saying? So I feel like we give everybody grace. We give the jobs grace. You can go to a restaurant, they mess up your order 20 times. You're gonna keep going back, giving them chance after chance. In the Bible, it tells us though, I don't know what scripture it is, but it says something about, forgiveness. You know what I'm saying? You have to forgive. You can't hold this burden over people. Now sometimes, like, hats are off. Sometimes people deserve to be cut dead off, but I feel like in the black community, sisterhood, like, we don't give each other grace. Like, we just instantly feel like, oh, you supposed to know that. Maybe she don't. Maybe she had something that triggered her 10, 12 years ago, and she don't. And a lot of things is people don't like to talk. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They say all this stuff, but they don't. People are scared to communicate and tell somebody how they really feel because they scared of rejection. Right. Because you know what I'm saying? Like, you taught me that too. Like, you always say, like, you need to express how you feel. Like, don't just assume that I'm supposed to know how you feel.
Right.
If I do something that you don't like, you should be able to tell me. I'm your sister, you know?
Yeah, that's very true. And I'm glad that you brought up communication, because communication, of course, is the biggest thing. Like, it's the biggest thing in all types of relationships that can cause them to fail, you know, or be cut off or misguided or whatever. And communication is big, and you have to know what type of friends that you have too. Like, when it comes to having friends, like me, I consider myself a very low maintenance friend. Like, I'm not the type, I'm not the friend that you call up when you sit on the phone and we go chit chat for 2-3 hours. Like, you know what I'm saying? At some point it's gonna be like, oh, okay, girl, well, I'm doing this. Like, I gotta go. Like, I'm not a friend that you have to check on every single day, text 5 times 10 a day. Like, I'm a low maintenance friend. Like, you good, we good. Yeah. When we get together in person, of course we're gonna talk. We're gonna have sisterhood. We're gonna have dialogue. We're gonna chit chat it up. We're gonna kiki, laugh, talk about our goals. We're gonna do all of that.
I got a question.
On a day-to-day basis, like, no.
Do you think that you're a low maintenance friend because you have me? Like, you have a sister? Like, because we, or you just...
No, I just feel like I'm a low maintenance friend because I just always been that way. Because like, even though we're sisters and we're best friends, when we were younger, we were close like we were now, but we had our own separate groups of friends. And even when I had my separate groups of friends, I was still a low maintenance friend. No, that
is true.
Yeah, and then you know what I'm saying? Sometimes
I've heard that.
And sometimes you don't, like, if you have somebody that's low maintenance and somebody that's high maintenance, you may not be compatible. Because I had a friend once before, and she would just be like, well, Dominique, don't call me, and Dominique, don't do this. Like, I'm letting you know off top, I'm not the type of friend that's gonna call you every single day and text you every single day and let's have a sleepover. Like, I'm not that type of friend. But when it comes down to it, I'm down for it. But I'm just not that type of friend that's gonna do that every single day. And back then I didn't know that.
Oh my God.
Back then I didn't know that. When I was younger, I didn't know that I was the type of person. I knew that I'm like, okay, I don't have to talk to my friends every day. I don't have to see them every day. But I didn't know, you know, what to call that. I didn't know that was just being a low maintenance friend, somebody that doesn't need companionship. You know what I'm saying? Most part of their lives. And I had a friend that needed that every single day. So it's just like, at some point, you know, you have to communicate and say, hey, listen, if we're going to be friends and I understand that you require more than what I require, then we're going to have to find a balance. We're going to have to find a way to work it out, or we're not going to be able to be friends. I feel like situations like that is something that, you know what I'm saying, could break a friendship, because you have somebody that's high maintenance and they want to see you, talk to you all the time, and you one of those people who's just like, hey, that's a little too much for me, and it can be overbearing at times. That can really hinder a friendship. So if you don't have somebody that understands you and understands, you know, what you like and how you are, then, you know, just communication, just being open about who you are.
Yeah. I totally agree, because I feel like the older that I'm getting at 30 now, I feel like I'm a low maintenance friend compared to what I used to be. I used to be the type of person that, because I don't know, like, I really don't know if it just come from like childhood trauma, because now that I think about it, I'm like, dang, like, I used to want to see my friends, talk to my friends, like, and I feel like at the time Quee was a low maintenance friend, and she taught me, like, we don't have to talk every day, but it's good, we're still friends, like, but you know, when you 21 and something, you don't want to hear that.
It's different.
But like at 30, like, you definitely, that was a great point. Like, you definitely have to figure out what type of friend that you have.
Yeah, you do.
And it's just, you know, we just got to do better with giving each other grace, because it's like it really irks my soul, because it's like we give men chances after chances after chances after chances. I'm talking about drag us to the ground. You know what I'm saying? But our friend do one thing,
and it's
like you just put all this law down. Like, she's supposed to know this, but you didn't have that same energy with that man. That cheated. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to be funny.
You or no, real talk. Like, I'm smiling, but like, no, seriously.
I feel like women like literally give their men more passes than they do their friends, and that's not fair.
That's not
because
fair.
your sister gonna be there when that man is gone. Your sister gonna be there at the end of the day. So I just feel like we gotta do better with giving each other grace. And like I said, like it really, I feel like that comes with, like, for me, I can honestly say mine came from trauma. Like,
and I feel like a lot of ours came from trauma, because, you know, our generation, we're learning more and more about what childhood trauma is, and you know, how that spills over into our adult life. Like, our parents didn't unpack a lot of stuff that we are now unpacking in our generation. So I feel like now we're going to be better friends, we're going to be better parents, we're going to be better people, you know, because of that, because we're learning now, like, oh, like I have to check myself, like, oh, I try to cut somebody off and I'm like, hold on, Dominique, like let's scale back, you know what I'm saying? You're okay. Like pinch yourself, you okay, you safe, you in a safe environment. So what is it, you know, that this person did that you feel like now you just gotta cut them off? And it'll be something so small and be like, well, I just felt, you know, rejected, or I felt like, you know what I'm saying, they didn't really care about me because they didn't text me back at the time that I wanted to text them back. When they could be over there going through anything. They just lost an uncle, they just lost a parent. Like, you don't know what people are going through that day. They're going through postpartum, maybe they just had a child and they not mentally, they not there. Like, you have to realize that everything is not about you. Just because somebody don't hit you back or pick up when you want them to, or be there when you want them to, that doesn't mean that they don't care about you, don't love you. People out here fighting for their life, like every day, spiritually, emotionally, physically. So that's what I mean by giving people grace, because you never know what your friend is going through. That's right. You know, and not even just friend. I feel like with family too. Like, I feel like I'm so loyal to a fault sometimes. So I feel like when people don't do stuff that they should, I feel like that they should do, it pisses me off. And I had to take a step back, like, you know what I'm saying, Tarnisha? You don't know what they over there dealing with. They probably don't even have the mental capacity to sit here and deal with what you talking about. They may, you know what I'm saying, they may want to help, but they physically can't help it. I've been in situations like that. So that's what make me understand it. Like, okay, people going through things, like life happens, like friends, family, everybody. Like, you can't just expect for people just to be this perfect image of what you want them to be. If you that way, you know, keep being that way, you know what I'm saying, but you can't project on someone else and get mad when they don't reciprocate that same energy. But it just depends though, because some people don't deserve no grace. Some people don't. But you know what I'm saying, in a lot of instances I feel like they don't. You know, for me don't. It's been like, you know, personally, yes. But you know, and I just wanted to I had a friend too that texted me like last week or something, and she just wanted to talk and get some things out. And the first thing that she said, and I respected it so much, she was like, are you able to talk right now? Man, and then not only did she say, are you able to talk, she said, are you in a mental space to take on somebody else's stuff? Whoever, you know, mental space to be able to even take on somebody else's drama or whatever. And I was like, you know what? I was like, I really respect it. That's a real woman. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, she done been through some stuff. Because for her to be able to acknowledge that's letting you know, she like, if you say no, I'm not gonna take it personally. I'm not gonna take it personally. So she would have gave you grace if you said that you couldn't talk to her. Shout out to you. That's an example of giving your friends grace. Like, if she would have said, if I would have said, you know what, I'm not in a space right now to hear nobody else, I'll get back to you when I can, and she would have been like, okay, cool. But just to have that open dialogue as adults, and that's how you know you have really grown in your friendship, when you're able to be like, hey, you know what I'm saying, this person is not where they need to be, so you know what I'm saying, I can't talk to them about it. You know, so we just have to give our friends grace, and we just got to bring back sisterhood and bring back the code of women. Like, you know what I'm saying, women are more powerful together than we are apart. We're more powerful. We run the world, like, literally. Especially black women. Yeah, especially black women. I feel like, you know what I'm saying, you will see. And I'm just gonna bring this up because I've seen in the workplace so many times where it can be women of other races, and I'm telling you, they can't stand Amy. Like, they can't stand her guts. But when it come down to it, baby, oh, Amy and Cindy, they gonna stick together. Like, if it come down to the writing on the paper, they gonna stick together. But black women will put each other against each other so much, and look upon and get people in trouble. Like, I've seen it so much in the workplace. And as black women, we have to do better. We have to stick together, especially if you older and you see a younger girl and she might not come in dressed appropriately or whatever. Don't dog her out. You know what I'm saying? Pull her to the side, give her grace. You don't know what she's going through. You don't know if she even have the money to put herself together. And that's where you step in. That's where sisterhood steps in, and steps into you know, giving your friends grace. So I feel like it's so many examples of it. But I feel like this is a great topic to touch on, because it's time for us to get back to giving each other grace and having longevity friendships for 10, 20, 30 years, because that's important. It's important to have community. And supporting people publicly, not privately. That's one thing. That could be a whole topic on its own. That may be a topic. I don't dislike. I'm not gonna say I hate it. I dislike it because I hate the word hate, which I think I just said it, but I said hate. But I feel like, I don't know, like, you know, women, like, it's okay to publicly tell somebody they pretty on a picture. You don't always have to send them a DM or like feel like that you down in yourself or something, or by lifting somebody else up. Like, no, we can publicly, like,
I always like try to show love publicly, tell that person like, no, you doing your thing. I see you. You know what I'm saying? You got that shit.
Yeah,
you got it on, not off. You know what I'm saying? You gotta, some people need that. You know what I'm saying? That goes a long way. And I know when I tell certain people stuff, I see how they react to it. And I openly do it. Like people, you know, if you beautiful or if you got someone that I like, I'm gonna let you know. I'm not gonna like sideline. I'm gonna tell you public like, yeah, you look pretty. What, you know, that lip gloss popping, whatever the case. It's not gonna take anything from me boosting you up. And you know what I'm saying? Yeah. This what it's called. You know, you know what I'm saying? Bringing you up. It's not gonna take nothing from me.
And if you ever, you know what I'm saying, see somebody and you want to give them a compliment, but deep down you feel like, I don't really want to. She do look cute, but I don't really want to tell. That's when you need to check yourself, because that means it's something in you where you can't. It's some insecurity in you that you need to work through, and being able to acknowledge that and scale back and say, okay, something is not right in me where I can't give another woman, you know what I'm saying, a compliment or say she looks nice or anything. And it can be anything, you know, that you give somebody. Oh, I love your earrings. Oh, I love your smile. Oh, I love the way you speak, or you know, whatever. It doesn't take much to give people a compliment and put smiles on people's face. Like we got to get back to that. Like it's very important.
That is important. Like I feel like this was a very good topic. I feel like everybody in all ages can relate. You know what I'm saying? Everything we said in this video, like somebody can take it out, take a piece out, like, oh, like dang, I've experienced it, especially in the workplace. That's a great, that was a great example that you brought up. Like, yes, this topic was very good. Very good.
Yes. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. We hope that you enjoyed this topic. You know, chat with us down below in the comments. Let us know what you want to see next, or let's just chat about, you know, giving your friends grace, whatever you want to talk about. Thank y'all for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We love you guys, and we will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye guys.